Good morning! Today we're headed to the annual pass holder preview of the reopening of Walt Disney World. We're headed to Magic Kingdom, and I just wanted to give you guys a real quick bit of information before we head out there. There was a lot of talk before this video about neck gaiters and Walt Disney World, and I have some friends that are already at Magic Kingdom, and they have said that people with neck gaiters are being turned away, even the neck gaiters with the ear holes. So I'm not even going to attempt to bring the neck gaiter today. I'm just going to wear my regular Lilo and Stitch mask and go from there. But it is an exciting day, and we are headed to Magic Kingdom, so let's go. So as we pull up to Magic Kingdom, it should be noted, this morning when the parks were first opening, there were ridiculously long lines to get to parking. Right now, nobody. It's about noon. So just as a heads up, I wouldn't show up right when the park is first opening. Lots and lots of buses still parked in the parking lot. Came over here to try to get over to the electric spots, but I think they're parking everybody over on that side, over there. What they're doing is they're parking people every other spot for about 9 rows, and then they go back in and fill in the empty spots. So parking is taking a little bit of extra time. All right, we've done it. We've parked. It was no issue parking at noon. Zero issue, zero line. Just drove right in and parked. Does look like it's gonna rain today though. So we are headed into the Ticket and Transportation Center where we're gonna go through security. I'm gonna show you guys as much of security as I can. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to go through a temperature screening, just like we do at Disney Springs. Exact same process. Okay, so we've made it through security, and I just want to show you guys our first sign that we see on the trash cans here. And the trash can lids have been propped open as well here. I have a feeling that's the first of a lot of signage that we're gonna see, and you can see all the social distancing markings all around at the ticket booths here. Oh, there's a sign for Food and Wine Festival at Epcot. Let's go look at that. In case you guys didn't know, this year when Epcot opens on the 15th, it will be the International Food and Wine Festival starting date, making it longer than it ever has been. And they're also going to have some elements from Flower and Garden. And then above the ticket booths, they've got a COVID-19 warning and then health and safety reminders. Also, they've blocked off the little Mickey-shaped openings where you would normally talk to with plastic. So we have some normal social distancing markings over here for the Epcot monorail, which is not currently running, and then at the express monorail that runs to Magic Kingdom, we've got some new interesting social distancing markings, and they actually have numbers on them, so you know how many monorails away from getting into the Magic Kingdom you are. So if you're on a number 6, you have 6 monorails to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then over here at the ferry boat, a lot more numbers, because the ferry boat will hold a lot more people than the monorail will. You can see they only go up to number 3, but there are a lot of number 3s. And this just lets you know what number ferry boat you will be on. So I think we're gonna be down on 1. Yeah, there's nobody else down there, so that's good. We'll be on the next ferry boat. And of course, lots of hand sanitizer stations all about. This is an interesting system. So we have to stand on a number 1. So as we get onto the ferry boat.
Welcome aboard, I'm on Joe Traveler. While the vessel is in motion, please remain on your party's ground marking as we traverse across Seven Seas Lagoon. As a reminder, please keep all hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat. Please do not place children or personal belongings on the handrails or near the window areas. Once the boat docks, the party from you has begun to exit, you will be cleared to exit the boat. Have a nice voyage.
Okay. There are a lot of things that I got to show off here. So first thing is, none of the seats are available on the upper deck. So let that be known. If you're coming back from a long day at Magic Kingdom, you will not be able to sit down on the ferry boat. You have to stand on one of the markings. So as I showed you guys earlier, there were numbers on the ground out at the dock, and that corresponds with the number of spots here on the ferry boat. So there will never be too many people on the ferry boat, and we're supposed to get on a spot and stay there for the entire trip over to Magic Kingdom. It should also be noted that I mean, there's nobody else on here, so not hard to socially distance.
We're ready.
Clear all clear. Here it is, our first trip back over to the Magic Kingdom in 3 months. Longer than 3 months. We are headed into the Magic Kingdom. Castle's got its new paint job. We're gonna get a much better view of the new paint job once we get inside, and we're on Main Street, USA. We have arrived.
Okay, folks, welcome to the Magic Kingdom.
Monorail. Also, the social distancing numbers for the ferry boat come all the way out here, almost to the turnstiles. So it looks like they don't have the touch points open because today is annual pass holder preview. There it is. We are back at the Magic Kingdom. Seems like a strange occurrence in today's day and age is paper maps. So as we're walking into Magic Kingdom, I wanted to point this out, there is a poster missing here, and that is for Happily Ever After, because they're not doing fireworks right now. Splash Mountain is still there though. Splash Mountain's poster is still up. So I wanted to show you City Hall is behind Scrim right now, but then I wanted to turn in this direction and just show you guys the crowd level inside of Magic Kingdom right now. I thought that today was going to be a busy day because it was annual pass holder previews, but I'm wondering if there weren't that many spaces available. All of the wait times on the app seem to be very low, except for Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain's a little bit high, but yeah, let's go in and see what else we can see. And then here's the shot down Main Street. New castle colors, hardly anybody walking down Main Street. This is encouraging. It feels good. Hopefully this is what it's like for normal operations rather than just for annual pass holders, because I'm hoping that they let the same amount of annual pass holders in as they do on a normal day for normal operations, because this feels great. It's easy to socially distance from everybody. I did want to show you guys over here on the Emporium side of the road, a lot of the doors over here are exit only, so you do have to go in at the beginning of Main Street or at about the midway point here. Oh, is this some new stuff here? Fantastic Friends. I like that. That's a cool looking sweater. Oh, I like this shirt too. I like both of these shirts. So basically any door that is open or propped open is an entrance, and any door that's closed is an exit only. So I just heard some music turn on, so I think that we're gonna see one of the character cavalcades come through. You can hear the Mickey Mouse song. This is from Move It, Shake It, Mouse Can Dance It. So that was what they call a character cavalcade, or the Mickey and Friends Cavalcade. It's not a parade, and you don't know when they're coming. It's just like various times throughout the day, so you don't plan on them. So you can't get a spot for it until you hear the music. Once you hear the music, then try to find a spot that's socially distanced from people and get a good view. Very easy for us to get up and get a spot with the castle in the background, because there's not anybody in the park right now. Also, here is the new color scheme of the castle. Looks really nice, actually. It looks really nice. I kind of like it a lot. Like, I think I like this color scheme better than the other color scheme from before. Let's try to head through the castle and see it from behind. Let's show you guys the castle as we're getting closer up underneath it. Also, this section right here, color's a little bit off where Olaf comes out and they close off during the projection shows. There's an opening behind that. But yeah, also you can hear them still beeping around because they are still working on painting the castle. There they are, they're painting the castle right now. I'm hearing another cavalcade coming, so we might head back down and see what we can see. Do you guys hear that? Yeah, I think that's Tinkerbell. Let's head back down to the main area. There's a shot of the castle straight on. There it is, we can hear Tinkerbell coming now. Alright, now I'm gonna go back behind the castle. It's pretty interesting. The two cavalcades were right after each other. So Mickey and Friends and then Tinkerbell came through. So it looks like they're working on painting the brickwork now. And you can see they put numbers all over the brickwork so they know which color paint to put on which specific block. Either that or it's some sort of secret code. As we're walking underneath the castle, I can see everybody's turned around and looking at the castle because I believe the wicked stepsisters or the stepsisters are up there, like Drizella. I think we just missed them. They must have just gone back inside. But this is another spot where they will have characters out on the back of the castle. And here's a shot of the back of the castle too. It's a really nice color pattern. I like how bright the blues are and how good the pink looks. It looks good from the backside. So not only do they have hand sanitizer around, but they also have hand washing stations like this one right here. over by the Cinderella Fountain. Also, it sounds like there's another cavalcade coming through. So I think if you wanted to see the cavalcades, if they're doing the same thing that they're doing today on the rest of the days, they're just gonna be one right after the other. Let's head down that way and see if we can see what the next cavalcade is. Well, there you go. It seems like cavalcades and character interactions are pretty plentiful. Even though I missed the Stepsisters the first time, right after the cavalcade, where it was like the second half of Move It, Shake It, Mouse Could Dance It, I was still able to see the Stepsisters because they came out right afterwards. So I have a feeling that the characters are going to be kind of a common occurrence. Just checking in over here at Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. As we said before, Fast Pass is no longer a thing, but the standby wait for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is right now 25 minutes. Wow, that's not bad at all. And it looks like everybody's doing a real good job of socially distancing in the line. So as we were walking by Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, they made an announcement. They said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the inconvenience, but we are having a brief delay as our cast members clean the ride vehicles for your safety." So fantastic, they are cleaning the ride vehicles, not in between each ride. I don't know, I'm gonna head on to Grand Prix because I want to see Tron. All right, now we are getting on the Speedway, Tomorrowland Speedway. Hello! We're gonna get a view of the Tron construction. This is kind of interesting because the line's really only like 20 people long, but because they're not letting people go up this ramp here, like there's a very limited number of people that are going up the ramp. I think that's to keep people in the shade. All right, here it is, my first ride at Magic Kingdom. Getting in the Grand Prix. It looks like I'm riding in Lightning McQueen. The good news about this ride. Hello! The good news about this ride is I don't actually have to touch the steering wheel. It's on a track, so it should do it's okay-ish by itself. There's a ghost driving me! Ah. Feels good to be back on the Tomorrowland Speedway. Bouncing back and forth. Letting a ghost drive me home. Oh, is the people mover not moving? I wonder if they're not running the people mover right now. But we are going to see some Tron construction coming up. I feel like my car's running out of gas. Smells like it's running kind of lean. My ghost driver is doing a pretty okay job. There it is. There's the Tron construction. Well, you can see they started doing the framework for the exterior little like arch that goes over top. Wow. I have a ghost driver. Oh yeah, here we go. We're getting a little bit tighter here. Can't bounce around as much. Well, look back at the Tron construction back there. It looks like they are really moving along on it, doesn't it? Whoa, I love it. Oh yeah, we're bouncing around a lot, aren't we? All right, zooming in doesn't work. Do you guys remember when this was all decorated for Christmas? We'll put a link to that in the description down below. Now that we're done with Tomorrowland Speedway, I wanted to give you guys an idea of the crowd level again. But then I wanted to point out that now there's barely any line for Tomorrowland Speedway. It's only a 10-minute wait now, after we waited 25 minutes to ride it.
Maintain physical distancing. Thank you for your cooperation.
Tried to turn on the camera quick enough, but I think I missed most of it. But there's a little announcement that comes on telling you to wash your hands, maintain physical distancing, and cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. Over here by the turrets, there's another hand washing station next to the trash can here. So we were walking through the center of the hub past the castle on our way over to maybe try to ride Big Thunder Mountain. And what did come along but a couple of characters from Winnie the Pooh. It looks like we got Rabbit and Piglet and Eeyore. Hi, Rabbit. Eeyore's the best. So as we head into Liberty Square, another look at the crowd level. Nobody in here. Like I've said this whole video, it's pretty easy to social distance in the Magic Kingdom right now. Not a lot of people walking around. Ooh, okay, so it looks like we've got some ears outside at this cart. We have the new summer float ears here. Got this one, which I don't know what this color is called. It's kind of like a coral color. Got the ink and paint ears. Not seeing any other new ones. I think these flowery ones are new. Just to give you an idea of how some of the exterior carts are working, we've got some social distance plexiglass out here to protect the cast members. Sorry, I get distracted by hot dogs. Okay, so I have to admit, before when you came to the Magic Kingdom, you had to find specific times to see entertainment, to see characters. Now it kind of seems like there's just a non-stop barrage of characters and cavalcades and entertainment going by. It's kind of exciting. Just passing by Splash Mountain. People are getting their last rides in, maybe one of their last rides, before it gets switched over, rethemed to Princess and the Frog. All right, I'm gonna try and see if I can get on front row of Big Thunder Mountain. I'm gonna ask them and see what they say. So I went up and I asked them if I could request front row, and they said not at this ride, but they said maybe at other rides. So I'm trying to find a ride where I can be front row. This isn't one. Because I don't know about like people yelling and roller coastering with their like stuff flying back towards me. Everybody's leaving their masks on, but just trying to play it as safe as possible. Quick rainstorm. Shouldn't last very long at all. At least that's the hope. So we're getting on Big Thunder. So I'm being socially distanced with some friends. You can see they are expecting a fairly long line because there is social distance markings all the way out here. Here is some of the social distancing measures they are doing.
As our cast members perform cleaning procedures for each of our ride vehicles. We will resume operations in just a few moments. We apologize for the inconvenience and we thank you for your patience and understanding.
Yeah, that was interesting though because that was in between me and the Fast Pass line. And you can see they put up plexiglass barriers everywhere. It's kind of like going through a maze. Oh, you can see they pulled all the handles off of the crank games to prevent kids from sitting here and playing with them. Each one of these used to be an interactive element, and now they are no longer interactive. You can see there's a little arrow on here telling you which way to turn it. If you are claustrophobic, this might not be the place to come, because it's very tight quarters in here. All right, here we go. We are trying to get front row on Big Thunder Mountain. All right, I did it. I was able to get front row on Big Thunder Mountain. So here we go.
If any of you folks are wearing hats or glasses, best remove them, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
I have best removed my glasses, because this is the wildest ride in the wilderness. So we're doing it. Ooh, all right. It's been a long time since I've been on Big Thunder Mountain. And here we go! Gotta wait till the back end comes off. Whee! Whoa! 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 There's a goat over there! Whoa! 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 Oh! Oh! Man. Well, we should get a pretty good view of the castle from up here, right? Where? Oh, there it is. All right. Big Thunder Mountain. Whoa! Whoa! Holy cow! Whoa! Whoa! I feel like I can punch this. I'm so scared. Whoa! 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 Oh! Oh no, this doesn't look safe. Whoa, whoa. Oh man. I just feel like as long as the dinosaur is wearing a mask, we'll be. He's not wearing a mask! Oh dear. Well, we did it! That was our second ride of the day. We rode Big Thunder Mountain, and it was fun. And we were able to get front row. Nice work, everybody. As we're headed out of Frontierland into Adventureland, passing by Golden Oak Outpost, this is a relaxation station where you can sit and take your mask off and stay socially distant. I don't know about you guys, but I wanted to show you how few strollers there are here right now to let you know how light the crowd is today. Just passing by this popcorn cart, and I asked them if they were refilling souvenir buckets, and they said that they were. Oh, here is the new style of single-use utensil dispensers. So it tells you that this is a spoon, and you just kind of pull it out right there, and then you have a spoon rather than the ones that they used to have where you used to have to hit a little switch over here or a little lever and it would pop one out. Now there's just a handle that you grab on. I don't know if that's more sanitary because somebody else could touch that handle ahead of you. I don't know. I feel like it's so loud usually in the Magic Kingdom that you can't hear the leaky tikis, but you can today. Also, I don't think they're spitting. There is water on the ground, but it's just because it rained, I think. So I'll be honest, I do believe that today is going to be different as far as crowd level goes than a normal day. Say like Saturday when it actually opens to the public, I think it's going to be different. Because, as you can see, there's nobody here. There's 3 people getting ready to ride Magic Carpets of Aladdin. 5-minute wait, and there's hardly anybody walking around the park. Here's something that I think might be interesting is, are the water fountains still on? The water fountains are still on. That's yeah, that seems strange, doesn't it? So I'm in the walkway between Adventureland and Frontierland, and I wanted to show you guys, this used to be FastPass kiosks, but you can see they have them covered up because they are not offering FastPass at the moment. So I just talked with a family who had a couple of younger kids wearing masks, and I asked them, how has it been today with the kids in the masks? And they said, easy, actually. The kids have been keeping them on, no issues with it, they haven't been messing with it, and it seems like nobody is really bothering their masks in the Florida heat. I've seen most people wearing their masks correctly. Feels pretty safe here. I will say this, however, when I'm at Universal, I see more people wiping down surfaces than I'm seeing at Disney, or that I have seen the entire time that I've been at Disney today. Here's an interesting thing to note. At these tables across from the Liberty Bell and sort of near Haunted Mansion, they haven't removed any tables, but they have put these stickers on that say, for your health and safety, this table is not available, as to promote social distancing. So like this one's available, but there's a big ring of tables around it that are not available. I did want to point out that the press penny machines are still available. Even the ones that you have to hand crank are still available for you to make some press pennies with. Also, check out these press pennies. Looking over at Haunted Mansion, it is just a 20-minute wait. And from what I've seen, they are not stopping in the stretching room. The stretching room is not operating at the moment. I'm not going to go in there because, like I said, I've not been going into indoor rides. But I have seen videos and pictures of it online. Okay, this leads me to believe that they are going to be bumping up capacity pretty quickly because of these social distancing markings out here in the extended queue area of Peter Pan. Something that I don't really understand is why is It's a Small World all boarded up like this? Are they doing refurbishments, or is that just for social distancing because they have a little extended queue area over here? Let's see what the wait time is, but they don't have it blocked off over here on this side where the extended queue for Peter Pan is outside. Peter Pan's not blocked off. Let's see what the wait time is for Peter Pan though. 15-minute wait. Also, a lot of the restaurants have mobile ordering available. So over here at Pinocchio Village House, you can do mobile ordering and get your food real quick without having to wait in line. Just passing by the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and I noticed that it's a 10-minute wait. A very, very short wait. I do not even believe that that's 10 minutes because I don't see anybody going in. So it should also be noted that I don't know how accurate the wait times are because over here at Mad Tea Party, it says that it's a 10-minute wait, but there is nobody in line at all. So I don't know that it's exactly a 10-minute wait. They might be bumping it up a little bit just because they don't have an accurate count for how social distancing will work. There's nobody on this ride. Shall we ride it? But you can see all the social distancing markings in the line here and how they're not using all of the queue space in order to maintain distance between you and the party behind you. All right, which color should we choose? We have the pickin'. I'm gonna get this one right here. I don't really fit into these. All right, here we go. All right, we did it. We're doing it. We're mad tea partying. I'm not gonna touch the silver wheel. We'll see what happens. I feel like we're barely moving. Oh no. Oh, just my weight is spinning me. But it has moments where it's not so bad. But it does have like little quick moments. Like this, I'm barely moving at all. And then when I come around the outside here, this is actually kind of relaxing. It's a nice breeze, we're under the shade. Nice. Ooh.
There you are.
We did it.
Remain seated until your teacup comes to a stop, then walk to the nearest exit.
That was fun.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bad news for any of you guys that wanted the Cheshire Cattails. Cheshire Cafe is currently closed. I really feel like we rode Speedway at the wrong time. Now there is zero line. It says it's a 10-minute wait, but there's nobody. I wanted to pop into Cosmic Rays and just see what it looks like in there. Actually, there's a line to get into Cosmic Rays. So I'm a little bit confused as to how Cosmic Rays works. Sign out here that says mobile ordering. There's people waiting in line, I guess, for their mobile order number to be called. But how do you just get into Cosmic Rays? Because everything that I'm seeing says exit only. Okay, so I talked to a cast member and he said that they're really pushing mobile orders, so they only have one register open. So they have a line, these people are waiting outside, and then there's a line inside for the register. So you're much better off doing mobile ordering here at Cosmic Rays. And you can kind of see out here how they have these tables set up to say, for your health and safety, this table is not available at this time, and the one right next to it is available for social distancing. And then inside, there are a bunch of tables with placards on them saying this table is not available. So they are doing lots of social distancing inside. Could you guys hear that announcement saying to maintain physical distancing, wear a mask, cover your mouth and nose while sneezing, and wash your hands often? So I am 100% convinced that they held back on annual pass holder previews. This seems way too low for the amount of social distancing markings that they have. So I think come Saturday, there's going to be more people here. It'll still be restricted, but it won't be this light. And so because this is an interactive element, the Kugelball has been turned off. I'm also very interested in the fact of how scratched up it is. When the water's running, you don't see these scratches. For those of you guys that don't know, this is a giant granite ball that has pressurized water underneath it and floats on. And there's so little resistance because of the water that you can actually spin this ball and rotate it on top of a pillow of water. But like I said, they have it turned off right now, so you can't do that. I came over here by Space Mountain to show you guys it is only a 15-minute wait for Space Mountain right now. Very short wait. So here's something that's interesting. Although they are not offering Fast Pass for any rides, they are still offering disability access and rider switch distribution. over here. So here's something that I need to be on the lookout for before we leave, because it's getting pretty hot. I think we're nearing the end of our day. Pin trading. I wonder if any of the cast members have their pin trading little booklets or lanyards on. I'm going to be on the lookout and see. So far I haven't seen or noticed anybody that has them. I'm looking around, I see about 5 cast members right now. I don't see any pin trading books or like their little pouches or lanyards or anything like that. I'll keep looking. So here's a ride that I'm definitely not going to ride. It has a 5-minute wait though, but I'm really interested to see how they're doing this, because this is an interactive ride. You pick up a blaster and you play the game. So in Shanghai, when they first opened, they had little plastic gloves that they were handing out. Let me ask this cast member. So there happened to be a manager standing out in front of Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, and I said, how are you guys doing this? Because the blasters are high touch. And he said, we're sanitizing every 2 hours, which seems kind of light to me as far as the amount that they're sanitizing. It seems like they should be sanitizing more often. But then I mentioned to him that in Shanghai, when Shanghai was first opening, they had that video where they showed that they were using like food grade gloves. They were handing those out, almost like what you would see at Subway when they're putting together your sandwich. Like clear plastic gloves that they were handing out to everybody, and that's how you would hold on to the blaster. But it's not what they're doing here. They're just sanitizing every 2 hours, and the guests and the cast members are required to use hand sanitizer. Guests are suggested to use hand sanitizer. So there's sanitizer everywhere, like at the front of the ride and everything like that, but they're not required to use it before going on this ride and touching the blasters. So this is a cast member doing some sanitation of some high touch areas around the park. But this is the first cast member I've seen doing this. Heading out of Tomorrowland and in towards the hub, but I wanted to point out that, well, number one, there's a lot of scrim over here. It looks like they're still doing a lot of refurbishment to the columns around the People Mover, but also over here at Tomorrowland Terrace, that is another relaxation station where you can sit and take off your mask and relax. So there are 3 relaxation stations around the park. The first one we showed you was over at Golden Oak Outpost. Second one's over here at Tomorrowland Terrace. The third one is in Pete's Silly Sideshow, which is bizarre to me, because that one's indoor. I'm not gonna go inside of that one, but I'll go over and show you guys where it's at, because it's inside. It's an inside air-conditioned relaxation zone where you can go inside and take your mask off. That doesn't seem correct. Like, you shouldn't, I don't know, that doesn't seem right to me. So it seems like as the day progresses, way less people are in the parks. So this morning at 9, I wasn't here, but I did hear that a lot of people said that the lines were ridiculous. There was a lot of people, but now it's like 4 in the afternoon and there's barely anybody here. By the way, there's another character Cavalcade coming through. It's the same one that we saw earlier with Clarabelle and Goofy and Max. So we are headed back to Pete's Silly Sideshow so I can show you where that's at, so you can see where the last relaxation station is. Yeah, I mean, I have to admit, if you have a reservation, I would suggest coming later in the afternoon. Seems like that's the plan, or like the move. There's nobody here anymore. So I wanted to kind of add a little like asterisk to something that I said earlier, and that is when I asked them if they were refilling Souvenir popcorn buckets, they just said yes. They didn't say how they were doing it. From what I'm seeing online, I think they are giving you like a paper bag that you would refill yourself or then put inside your own popcorn bucket. Also, please note all of these umbrellas that I'm walking past right now. This is the extended queue for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. You can see on the ground over here, there's all these social distancing markers. So they are anticipating a long line for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. That really tells me that we are low as far as capacity goes. There still is a lot more space in the parks for them to add people. Yeah, it's like going all the way back behind Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Look at this. I'm all the way over in Storybook Circus here, and there's still social distancing markings on the ground. So yeah, the social distancing markings go all the way back about to the entrance to the Little Mermaid. So that is a long line that wraps all the way around Seven Dwarfs Mine Train Mountain. Another thing is that Big Top Souvenirs is not open right now. Not sure why it's not open currently, but that was a gift shop. And they also serve treats inside of there. Dumbo is sitting at a 10-minute wait, but I feel like it's just a walk-on, and the 10 minutes is just the default for a walk-on. Back here by Barnstormer, and Casey Jr.'s Splash and Soak is not turned on currently. So, splash pad is not operating. But, like I said, Pete's Silly Sideshow is another relaxation station, and that is all the way back here. Normally this would be a character meet and greet for meeting Goofy and Donald and Daisy, but now it's just a relaxation station where you can take your mask off indoors. And apparently the air conditioning is blasting. I came over here by Barnstormer because we can get a really good look at the Tron Construction from over here. Or at least somewhat of a good look. It is blocked by a few things back here, but we can see the track is completely finished. Let's see how far this camera zooms in. It's not the best zoom on a camera, but also we can see that we can see the paint job on the exterior of the building in this way. Doesn't look like a very nice looking building, does it? Like, I know that the awning out front will be futuristic looking, but shouldn't they do something with the building too? Make it look a little bit more futuristic? Alright, I've been here for about 4.5 hours and I think I've hit my wall as far as the heat goes. Time for me to head back to the car, get some water, get some air conditioning, and head home and see Jackson and Jen. Looks like the stepsisters are out on the balcony again with Cinderella Castle. Not a big crowd looking at them.
But you're only gonna have one diamond for tonight, and I'm gonna have it. But it's going to be one large diamond. And I'm gonna walk around with it because I'm perfect.
And then we've got Fantasyland Friends Cavalcade over here. We haven't seen this one yet. So it looks like we've got Peter and Alice and Pooh up top. So there's Aladdin, then Mary, and Tigger too. This is kind of fun because I can just walk along with this cavalcade. Let me see if I can get up ahead to Gaston. Well, I was gonna try to catch up to Gaston, and then I was looking at the camera and not looking where I was going, and I took a pretty nasty step off the curb. Fairly certain I just sprained my ankle. So I'm sitting down for a second, relaxing, and then I'm gonna get up and try to go. Wow, that hurt kind of a lot. Good times. So there you have it. That was our trip out to Magic Kingdom for annual pass holder preview. It was pretty great today. Like, I very much enjoyed everything that was happening. Like, the crowd levels were low, social distancing was easy, everybody was wearing a mask that I saw. I didn't see anybody taking them down or wearing them incorrectly. It was pretty great. We're gonna have to wait and see how it goes on Saturday because I have a feeling that this was a much, much lower capacity than Saturday will be. So stay tuned. We'll be back on Saturday, see how it goes. But with that being said, we are off and we will see you tomorrow. And now it's time to help. And today's organization that we wanted to put a spotlight on is the Actors Fund, because as you guys know, even though Disney is open, not all of the actors that work at Disney are back at work. So the Actors Fund is a national human services organization here to meet the needs of our entertainment community. Services include financial assistance, affordable housing, healthcare, and insurance counseling, and more. So if you guys can, take a look at the link in the description down below. Donate if you can. If not, just learning more about the Actors Fund definitely helps. Share it with your friends and family. And just thank you guys for watching this video. Feels good to be back at Disney.